People are afraid of losing their faith when they come on a journey of deconstruction to reconstruction. And I've met people that are on, one extreme spectrum to another spectrum. And I wonder about that journey for them when they go to a complete, extreme where they believe in God and now they don't believe in God at all. I will often wonder about how did they come to know God in the beginning, and how is it that coming closer and closer to truth, to knowledge of history, understanding church history and how Christianity has evolved and developed throughout hundreds and hundreds of years in the past 2,000 years. I often wonder about, oh my goodness, how are they defining faith? Because if we come to God because He is spirit and truth, and we're on this journey because we want to have God in our lives and we acknowledge Him and we know Him because we have a personal relationship with Him, then the things that we are looking into the scriptures and into the Bible, those things have to come into alignment with what we say that we know of God. And so when I look at this concept of faith, it seems that people are looking at it through this very narrow lens of a denominational doctrine that they've set their, belief system upon. And if that is the case, then absolutely the answer to that question is yes, you will lose your faith if faith is defined in that capacity. But will you lose your relationship with God? Absolutely not. Because anyone that's on a journey that is pro-God, that knows God, that wants a deeper relationship with Him, God is spirit and truth. And anyone that pursues spirit and truth will come to know God. And so therefore, in this deconstruction, reconstruction journey, if you are on this journey for that truth and truth alone, and the person that's embodying that truth is love, because God is love, then you will never have, a disconnect in your relationship with God. So let me re-say this in a way of, I think people are afraid that they're losing their denominational ties to a certain Christian religious group that they have been in connection with socially, and they feel comfortable in that value system that they all share. That is sort of changing. And I think that scares people because as humans, we are social creatures and we want to be accepted. We want to be known. We want to do life amongst, other people. And so when we come to this awakening and awareness that what Christianity and all the doctrines therein really are traditions of men and that they're not found in the Bible, there seems to be this separation in the mindsets of people that, feel like, oh my gosh, how can that be? Therefore, they're losing their relationship with God altogether. When that doesn't necessarily have to happen. Because if you already know God and you're on this journey of truth, then you're going to be continuing to develop that relationship with God. And part of that journey, I believe, is to actually understand the Bible for what the Bible is actually saying. If you are on that journey, you will come to a place of truth and love. And you will never lose your relationship with God. Will you lose your faith in a denominational setting, in a Christian box, a label? Most likely, yes. Because you're going to be investigating all of those traditions of men, all of those doctrines, and you're going to put it to the fire to the Bible, that Christianity says that their faith is based on the Bible, the scriptures. And when it doesn't connect, you will question that faith or that denomination or that doctrine. But you shouldn't be questioning your relationship with God. If anything, you're going to be asking new questions. And that is a sign of growth. That's a good thing in any kind of relationship. That it's not stagnant, it's not stuck, but that you're constantly growing. And because God is so patient and he meets you right where you're at, he's going to meet you at every single level, every step of the way to show you, okay, I'm still here, right? I've never left. I'm working with you through this systematic theology and how you're actually involving yourself with the world around you, how you are connecting with the things that are important to you, and what is this Bible actually saying. And, if we understand it correctly, we have to put it in its natural context. And that's what we do, is we deconstruct and reconstruct. That's all that we're doing with the biblical context. That's what we're doing. And therefore, your faith will be challenged. And many people do lose their faith. But that does not mean that people are losing their relationship with God. If anything, they're coming closer and closer to him because they're recognizing that they're coming closer to truth and in spirit.